And welcome back to Deathbattle prediction. Let's see who would win. I do have to do that later, though. Deathbattle prediction. And first off, I got another one right. Unfortunately for my ego, it is one of the most obvious ones to have gotten right. No, I was like, I called the last one. I did, but a lot of people called that, to be fair. So that one was kind of obvious. But still, it happened. It's done. We got this one. She-Ra versus Wonder Woman, on paper, I could see it. Because in their respective universes, they are like the top female hero. Wonder Woman is basically the Superman of... there is basically the female Superman, basically. And no, Supergirl is not the female Superman. Wonder Woman is. In fact, there are instances where Wonder Woman has beaten Superman. She-Ra is basically the counterpart to He-Man in her respective universe. And He-Man and Superman have actually duked it out, too. So... there is that. Ultimately, though, who won? Oh, by the way, I should note that this thumbnail comes to us from Turok, so from DeviantArt. So who wins in this fight? My immediate prediction is Wonder Woman. And Wonder Woman actually has a 1-1 record on Deathbattle right now. She lost to Rogue, which, if they had gone more in depth into, say, the research back then, like they do now, Rogue might not have won that fight, but she has lost to Rogue. And to be fair, I can understand why she would lose to Rogue, because she's a trained warrior, would go for about a point like the face, touch his skin, Rogue's powers kick in. And Rogue has enough durability to at least go toe-to-toe a little bit with Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman would be holding back at first. And she beat Thor in a fight. Now, I don't quite agree with the Thor one myself. That's one I always contested a little bit. But... still, she won against Thor. So she's 1-1. We haven't had She-Ra on here, but we've had He-Man. He's currently 1-0. So who ultimately wins? Again, right now, my money, like a lot of people's money, is probably going to be on Wonder Woman. She is the better fighter, almost certainly. She's she's not as strong as Superman, but she certainly is strong enough to compete with Superman, who is strong enough to go toe-to-toe with He-Man, at minimum. So, and She-Ra, while possessing superhuman strength, I don't believe She-Ra is as strong as He-Man is. She has a number of physical abilities, numerous supernatural abilities. She has superhuman strength and speed, reflexes, and near invulnerability. Communicate with animals via telepathy, but Wonder Woman doesn't have any animals on her side, so that means very little. She demonstrated the ability to heal injuries by touching the damaged wings of a unicorn. Now, whether or not she can heal her own injuries is a different thing entirely. Able to transform her chief weapon, the Sword of Protection, into other weapons, including a shield, boomerang lasso, bola, and giant handcuff. It also can be transformed into tools, including a ladder and a space helmet. He-Man cannot do anything with this, cannot do any of this with the Sword of Power, his own chief weapon. Meaning it's an ability she has that He-Man doesn't. While while She-Ra has various abilities, her sword is her primary means of attack and defense. Now, here's the thing. If this were, say, He-Man or She-Ra against Superman, I might be inclined to give them more of a win. Maybe not like the majority of the wins if you're to put a percentage on it, but definitely a bit more win. I'm just going to adjust this real quick, make me a little bigger. But the problem, that's because Superman doesn't have any natural resistance to magic. He's naturally as vulnerable as we are to magic. Wonder Woman is different than Superman in this, and I keep bringing this comparison up because He-Man and Superman fought at one point, so it's actually an apt comparison. Wonder Woman comes from the Amazonians who worship the god. They know about magic. They deal with magic all the time. So She-Ra ultimately is just kind of like it's just a pumped up Amazon to some degree. So it's really one of those things where she would be a kind of typical opponent for Wonder Woman, really. When you really break down now, I don't know the full extent of She-Ra's strength, to be 100% fair. She might have displayed strength far beyond even that of Wonder Woman's. Speed, maybe all that is beyond Wonder Woman. As far as I know, it's never been depicted as such, but again, I can't say I remember a huge amount of She-Ra, if I'm going to be frank. I remember a little bit, certainly. In fact, let's, how strong is She-Ra? Let's see if we can find out real quick, get a general estimate of how strong She-Ra is. how strong is she? Because we know that Wonder Woman is not, like, if Superman is the full 10, Wonder Woman is an 8. She's not as physically strong as Superman is, but she is not weak by any stretch of the mean. She is in the top tier. How strong? Who is stronger, man? He-Man or Ra? He-Man is strong in terms of brute strength and endurance, if for no other reason because his body is more powerfully built. She-Ma is stronger in terms of willpower and mentality. She spends, which means, whoa, that's a, see, the whole lasso of truth might not work on her because of that, because she's magically stronger than He-Man in terms of willpower and mentality. So that actually will be an interesting little thing to see if the lasso of truth is going to work on her. She spends most of her adult life as a Horde force captain being cold and brutal. Okay. But yeah, so that means that He-Man physically is stronger than She-Ra. And He-Man, while magic, as far as I know, isn't stronger than Superman. I will say that I think Wonder Woman's going to be. Wonder Woman also beats her out on strength, if that's the case. I have nothing truly to back that up, but I think from the little bits of, we know she's weaker than He-Man, who is weaker than Superman. I'm guessing she's going to be weaker than Wonder Woman physically. But who knows? Maybe she's got some tricks up her sleeves that's going to give her the win. Ultimately, my money's on Wonder Woman. I think a lot of people's money is going to be on Wonder Woman. Let's find out in about a week. Actually, about 2 weeks. Excuse me. Until then, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. As always, you want us to review something, put in the comments below. Let us know. We'll do a review of it at some point. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back later with who would win. And remember, it's the week of what ifs, so keep your eyes out for those what ifs. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.